Moby opines on today's pop music. We have special guest Big Jam Theory and an update on the guitar-shaped Hard Rock Hotel. Get ready for another fast-moving episode of the Local Music Show podcast starting now.
Brought to you by Cramables Lunch Suppositories.
Oh, how fortunate we are to be listening to another week of the Local Music Show podcast, where brilliance is captured by these microphones and transmitted to you over the infinite airwaves directly to your attentive ears. LocalMusicShowPodcast.com is the only address you need to remember because you can get to everything else from there. Kindly click on the big subscribe buttons and let us know you're listening. I am Derek Diamante, along with the Ron the Legend and Jose Almonte. And here we are coming to you once again from the WPB HQ studios here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Local Music Show podcast. We're here with Ken Urquhart, president of Highland Consultant Services, and we're talking payment processing. Ken?
Since October of 2015, small to large businesses, restaurants to retail, merchants have been, let's say, managing their chargebacks. And I get it. The cost to implement the necessary requirements is oftentimes way more than the cost of managing these chargebacks month to month. Cardholders and issuing banks have become wise, and they know if you're still swiping, they will automatically win. Stop that nonsense and stop losing. Trust me, it won't cost as much as you think. And I'm no stranger to payment processing here locally. I have the right connections and the right processors for your business needs. Stop losing and start winning. We service restaurants, retail, e-commerce, high risk, and mobile merchants. We have got you covered.
Give Ken a call at 561-704-3680, or you can find him on our sponsors page at localmusicshowpodcast.com. Highland Consultant Services is a Local Music Show podcast approved business established in South Florida. 561-704-3680, and let him know you're a Local Music Show podcast listener.
Welcome to the Local Music Show podcast weekend update for Thursday, July 26th through Sunday the 29th. Tonight, Matthews Brewing will be sponsoring this show's debut and release party with music from my co-host, Jose Almonte and Derek Diamante, aka the Crazy Train Duo, and we're excited to have special guests Curtis Lewis and Jesse Prado joining the jam as well. Come out and subscribe to our podcast to enter for free stuff. The fun starts at 6:30. Also tonight, Edwella and the Uprising will be at Square Grouper at 8 p.m. On Friday, you can see Eric Ryan at Two Georges in Boynton at 5 p.m. At 7:30, Lauren Echoes playing the City Place Band Show in West Palm Beach. At 8 p.m., Spider Cherry will be at Matthews Brewing in Lake Worth. Also at 8 p.m., Crazy Train, the full band, will be tearing up the stage at the Square Grouper in Jupiter. At 9 p.m., JL Folks will be at Guanabanas in Jupiter. This Saturday, go out and see Justin Enko and the PLDs at Two Georges in Boynton at 4 p.m. Sweet Justice will be at City Place Band Show at 7:30. Vibes Farm will be at Square Grouper in Jupiter at 8 p.m. The Dog Hearts featuring members of the Heavy Pets will be at Matthews Brewing in Lake Worth at 8 p.m. You can also see Completely Unchained, a tribute to Van Halen at Piper's Lounge in Green Acres at 8:30. And Tasty Vibrations will be at Guanabanas in Jupiter at 9 p.m. Head over to Sunday starting at noon. Join Guanabanas for a Jerry Garcia birthday bash. At 2:30 p.m., Rhythm and Grooves Duo will be at Matthews Brewing. At 4 p.m., Joe Tenuto Band is at Two Georges in Boynton, and Nathan Genetti will be at Square Grouper at 7 p.m. The weekend update announces the daily primetime featured acts. Please be sure to check the venue's websites, as there is music scheduled throughout the weekend. This is the Ron the Legend for the Local Music Show podcast. We look forward to seeing you tonight at our release party and at one of the great shows this weekend. Subscribe and get your weekend update each week from us. If you'd like to have your favorite band or venue added to the Local Music Show podcast weekend update, email us at TheShowGuy at localmusicshowpodcast.com.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of the Local Music Show podcast. I am Derek Diamante, along with Ron the Legend and Jose Almonte. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic, beautiful.
Wonderful. Let me find my paper here. I have the show guy put it here for me to get it ready here. I want to talk about...
And one of these days, by the way, bro, you are going to go through a show without paper, right?
I don't know. I'm not...
We've been talking digital for the last, 10 episodes or so.
Don't know when, but it will happen at some point.
I'm going to buy you a laptop, I swear.
All right, so getting into the guitar-shaped Hard Rock Hotel, eventually we're going to have to do a weekend stay over there and do a Local Music Show podcast review, official review.
Oh, we got to do a live show there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be badass.
I got the show guy working on that, so we'll eventually have that. So, according to sources, it says eventually standing 450 feet tall, the guitar-shaped hotel will unquestionably become an iconic landmark in Broward, while the Seminole Hard Rock hopes it becomes music to their bottom line. The hotel, which is scheduled to open mid-2019, will double the size of the Hard Rock Casino with over 3,200 slot machines and 18,000 square feet poker room.
That's what Florida needs, more slot machines. Wait, not that kind.
Additional retail and restaurant space will be added, as well as a complete rebuild of the Hard Rock Live Theater venue. It's going to be exciting. Have you been down there yet? Have you drove past it?
No, actually, I'm a West Palm Beach boy, so I don't get down past that very often.
It's a freaking mess. That's what it is. Yeah, right now it's a freaking mess.
Well, let's take a drive down there soon and just see what construction's looking like.
Let the show guy do a little,
More
research for us, and we'll find out who to talk to, and let's go get a tour.
I agree with you. Well, the Moby says that pop music sucks. So when I saw this
So do I.
article, it was too good not to mention it.
I didn't change my name to Moby. But
So-
I think it sucks, too.
Well, I think you're going to be in full agreement with this article then. Sources say that electronica star Moby has taken a swipe at the current pop music scene, saying that most of it's heartbreakingly terrible.
Well, I mean, we have to also go a little bit more deeper in that, because once you go, like our parents, all this music that you listen to is crap. And then you go back and you I guess we reached that plateau already, that everything that's new sucks. And I think we're at that point right now.
You trying to say we've turned into grumpy old men?
Not grumpy, it's just, the new thing sometimes doesn't work for the older crowd,
Well, no, I totally agree with you.
I don't know. I think that genre has sucked since it was originally founded.
You think so, really?
Pop?
Pop? Yeah, pop. Michael Jackson? Come on. Are you going to argue on that one?
Maybe.
Maybe? All right. I don't know. I don't agree on that one.
That's okay.
But hey, we have our own minds, I guess. On that.
And there's beer.
And there's beer.
Okay, consider the source, dude.
Well,
Are you a Moby fan?
no,
All right. And you picked this article to discuss why.
because he says that the current state of pop music sucks.
Oh,
And I would agree with that.
I think we should have just stopped right there.
All right. Moving on.
All right.
And joining us in the studio, we have frontman Rob Arendt,
Well, hello.
Wild Bill Maher,
I believe he's in the pool.
It's a good spot to be right now.
Or he's showing things off.
Yeah.
Steve Dunlap,
He's got a good look for radio.
or as I like to say, Steve Dumb Lap Dance.
Yeah, that's right. Steve.
Steve.
As Steve. And Ken Urquhart and Soul.
What's up? I like that. I got to keep that.
That's my name for you.
I'm going to put that on a business card.
Yep, Ken Urquhart and Soul. I was undecided between Ken Urquhart and Soul or Ken Urquhart Wind and Fire. But Ken Urquhart and Soul kinda works.
I'll go with heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
I'm way too pasty white for
Wind and Fire is pretty funny, though.
Yeah.
Where is Bill anyway? We got to get him in here.
He is in the pool,
Yeah,
I think.
speaking of pasty white, where is
Wouldn't
Bill?
you know he would miss his own episode?
No, he's not here because he burst into flames.
So thank you guys for joining us in the studio.
Thanks, man. I've been listening to these podcasts. They're awesome, dude. I really
Sweet.
enjoy listening to them.
Thank you very much. Local Music Show Podcast, Big Jam Theory. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Really, dude?
All right, here we go. And joining us today, we do have Big Jam Theory in the studio with us.
Welcome, boys.
Thank you. What's going on?
They will be joining us here as soon as we come back. This is the Local Music Show Podcast.
This is John, GM at Copper Blues, West Palm Beach. You're listening to the Local Music Show Podcast.
So we're back at the Local Music Show podcast. Everybody, welcome. I would like to introduce, if you have not already been listening to, Big Jam Theory has joined us.
Hello.
Hey, boys. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
So we do want to do some live music in our studio. We always like to record a little bit of live from each of our guests. And before we get into that, my question to you guys is, can you share with the audience I know we talked about the style, but give us some examples of some of the songs that you guys would do at a live show, and a little bit of background on the genres of each of those.
Well, we went from, at least the core three of us in the beginning, went from a more of a party rock type situation, and we're like, you know what? We want to add some more musicianship. We want to stretch things out and show everybody that we can actually play and not just run through whatever classic rock that everybody else is playing. So, we got into doing this one because we wanted to play our instruments and get out there and stretch a little. So we decided to create this band, and we take after Allman Brothers and Stevie Ray and Clapton and things like that, like stretching songs out, B.B. King, things like that. And then we started adding some Dave Matthews, and that really opened our eyes to the fun of literally creating music on the spot. We had another drummer before Wild Bill, and the main reason that we all looked at each other and went, oh no, this is our drummer, is because he immediately became like he was the missing link to the band. And we literally started creating music on the spot, like just stuff we didn't even think about. It just happened.
Didn't even have to practice
on
it.
And like on our breaks, we would go, I don't know where that came from, but that was awesome. And we try not to duplicate it again. It happened. The next time we'll just see where it goes from there. And that's what's fun about this band. That's why we call it a jam band, because it's organic.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it sounds corny, but when we get up on stage and we start playing and everything, it's like magic happens in those songs, and that's what really makes it fun. I mean, you can appreciate that.
Oh, yes.
You guys all play music as well, so you know what it's like when that clicks right there and just feels good. And
it's also therapy too. I mean, hell, we all got different things going on in our lives, and this last year's been kind of difficult for some of us, and it's like you get to the gig, you might even be a little frazzled the first set, but by the time that second one kicks in,
you feel
you're
so
home.
much better.
You're at home.
So
it's like
much better.
I think that's something we could all
it's
say.
like a musical hug.
Yeah. The challenges
Steve,
of
not a word.
It's an ear hug, not Steve.
I'm going to be good, even though I'm not. No, I think in the beginning the song choices were what we felt like playing too, not necessarily what the crowd wanted to hear, but what we wanted to hear.
Right.
And that's over the years we've adapted the show to be a crowd pleaser as well. But initially it was like, let's play those B-sides that no one ever plays, and our
that you
favorite
enjoy
songs,
playing.
even though they might not be favorites of everyone in the room. So.
Yeah, they've actually had to, convince me at times to play more popular music just to please the crowd. When I always tell people, like, we're an increasingly self-serving band. Like, we get up to play what we enjoy.
Right.
But honestly, like, we played, we played for years down at Johnny Brown's, and they have all kinds of different cover bands and rock bands and all that. And we
Even
had
Elvis.
we had an amazing run there. But the managers would be like, this crowd doesn't even know the song you're playing. Yet everyone's up dancing and having a good time because the four of us are having a good time, and it's just infectious.
It's just that vibe.
It's like if somebody in a room starts laughing, you start laughing too, because it's kind of infectious. It's the same thing. Like, we start having a good time. Steve, put your pants up.
It worked.
So can I ask you guys to play a little live in our studio?
Of course, this is Ron's favorite song. As a matter of
Ron the
fact.
Legend.
Around the legend.
Yes. I wrote
Get it
this
right.
song years ago about. It's basically it was a tribute to my cousin-in-law, who was constantly having to go overseas in the service and leaving his family behind. I'm like, there's a certain breed of people that just put the world on their shoulders and go, I got this. I got you. Don't worry about it. So that's where it came. That's the idea.
Gotcha, bitch.
That might have been inappropriate.
That was a sensitive moment right there.
I was going to say, we thank him for his service.
Right here.
And this is Derek, and why we don't give him a laptop or a
We
tablet.
should.
He's going to be worse in Colorado,
We
trust
should
me.
take it away from him.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Thankfully, I do control the mute button. I just chose not to hit it, so I'll take the blame.
Welcome back to the Weekend Update reminder for Thursday, 7/26 through Sunday, 7/29. At Matthews Brewing in Lake Worth, tonight, the Local Music Show podcast release party. Join Crazy Train duo with special guests Curtis Lewis and Jesse Prado. Subscribe to the podcast and enter to win free beer and giveaways. On Friday at Matthews, come see Spider Cherry at 8 p.m. On Saturday, the Dog Hearts featuring members of the Heavy Pets at 8 p.m. On Sunday, the Rhythm and Grooves duo at 2:30 p.m. At Two Georges this weekend in Boynton Beach. On Friday, you can see Eric Ryan at 5 p.m. On Saturday, Justin Enko and the PLDs at 4 p.m. On Sunday, Joe Tenuto at 4 p.m. At the Square Grouper in Jupiter, tonight, Adwella and the Uprising at 8 p.m. On Friday, Crazy Train, the full band at 8 p.m. On Saturday, Vibes Farm at 8 p.m. On Sunday, Nathan Janetti at 7 p.m. Also at Guanabanas in Jupiter this weekend. On Friday, JL Folks at 9 p.m. On Saturday, Tasty Vibrations at 9 p.m. On Sunday, the Jerry Garcia Birthday Bash begins at noon. And also Saturday, Completely Unchained. A tribute to Van Halen will be at Piper's Lounge in Green Acres at 8:30. Don't forget, our show currently only announces the daily primetime featured acts. Be sure to check the venue's websites, as there is music scheduled throughout the weekend. This is the Ron the Legend for the Local Music Show podcast. Subscribe and get your weekend update each week from us. If you would like to have your favorite band or venue added to the Local Music Show podcast weekend update, email us at TheShowGuy at localmusicshowpodcast.com.
Shall we do this?
So what's the title of the song we're playing?
The title of the song, Rain.
What key is it in?
It would be in D, sir.
All right.
All right. I'll start this thing. I wake the morning, walk the water. I'm just trying to clear my head. Yeah. I kiss my baby and head all out. It comes to me and I smile. The clouds are over my head. Let it rain down. The clouds are over my head. I don't care. Let it rain down. Let the holy water wash down upon me, wash my fears away. I don't know what's become of me. Everything is so clear now. It don't matter what life throws me, I'll bring it on. Let it rain down. Clouds are over my head. I don't care. Let it rain down. Let the holy water wash down upon me, wash my feet away. How does it feel when the rain washes over you? How does it feel when that pain subsides? I told you once, child, bring it on. Let it rain down. Clouds are over my head. I don't care. Let it rain on down. Let the holy water wash down upon me. Just let it rain down. Clouds are over my head and I don't care. Let it rain on down. Let the holy water wash down upon me. Wipe my fears away. I wake the morning, walk the water. Everything is just fine. That was fun. Y'all.
Very nice. Very nice.
Really nice, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Three guitars on that song. Written by me, made better by Big Jam.
you. Amen to that.
That was awesome.
That was really nice.
Bill,
man.
I love your new drum set.
Give me a little more on this.
It's easy to set up, right?
Hey, this is Brian Smith from Girlfriend Material, and you are listening to the Local Music Show podcast. Crank it up.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Local Music Show podcast, and we have special guest Big Jam Theory. If you would like to ask Big Jam Theory a question, send it to us at localmusicshowpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, boys.
Yo, man.
Well, welcome back from break.
Did you enjoy the flight over?
My arms are exhausted. I am so tired, man.
Wow.
You should have booked a flight like we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Where the hell are we, man?
It was really, really slow.
But the brownies were good.
Don't eat the whole thing. Just be careful.
I don't know. I had an oatmeal cookie, man. So
All right, well, I'm going to get you guys going on a jam here. I'm going home to the local music show. I'm going home to the local music show. And I'll meet you there. We'll have one more. To the local music show. Well, I'm going home to the local music show. Rob, you take the first one. Meet you there. We'll have one more. I'll take one. Music Show.
Yeah, boys. Welcome to the Local Music Show podcast jam session.
What a squeeze.
And we want to
I had to
thank
get the last note. Man.
That was fun.
and a big
Typical.
thanks to Big Jam Theory. Thank you guys for stopping by the Local Music Show podcast.
Thank you, man, for having us. Appreciate it.
Great jam.
We'll be cutting that part out.
Thank you very much, guys, and
Wait,
keep on
did you
jamming.
eat?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, he did.
Then you've been paid.
You breathe in my air.
All right. Great jam session. And we want to thank everyone for spending your valuable time hanging out with us each week at the Local Music Show podcast. We cannot thank you enough for your support and your sincere dedication to the show, to our bands, and to our local hangout spots. Be sure to catch our roaming Local Music Show podcast microphones. It's a great way to get yourself heard on the show and instantly become popular among others. Interact with the show by emailing us at localmusicshowpodcast@gmail.com. Join the conversation on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send us an email if you'd like to add to the conversation or if you have a show idea. We'll be back next week, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend. I'm Derek Diamante for the Local Music Show podcast, signing off. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.